They took my cell phone at a hard. I sued the FBI and our government. They never gave my phone back. I took it all the way to the Supreme Court, and they wouldn't accept it. So now I got to shelf that over here. They're never giving my phone back. I use all my business. I wasn't charged with a crime.
Yeah.
You can't just take, nowadays, my phone is everything, all my business stuff. That's crazy, And I kept fighting and spending more money. I'm going, you know what? I got other bigger fights. So everybody else, they still have my phone. I have my grandkids' pictures on there that I can't get off of. Even the judges in Minnesota, the Supreme Court, they had Ninth Circuit or Eighth Circuit, whatever it was, they go, the three judges go, well, are you going to give us phone back, or can you just do a download? No, we're going to keep this. This is the lawyer for the government, right? And they go, and then they asked that one of the judges said, well, what about client or attorney-client privilege there? And he goes, well, we're looking through it all. So that's like, okay, so you say, oh, we shouldn't have seen that. We shouldn't have seen that. Wow. It's like a jury. Disregard what you just heard. It's bizarre, the weaponization that's going on, and they where you turned up when you talk about defamation, and here, you talk about my cases. The electronic machines that were used by our government, they're basically our government device, in all our elections. Mm-hmm. Why should I get sued? Just say, hey, I want to see inside them. I want some transparency here.
Yeah, Ian often says that election machines should the source code should be open source.
Yeah, they should be open. We should all be able to see. Hey, show us what's inside. I used an example once. I said, if somebody accused my pillow of having rocks and knives in it, do you think I'd go around suing you all? You just got, Mike, we used them in our pit out here and we jumped in, there's rocks and knives in them. I wouldn't sue you for saying that. I'd say, no. Look inside this beautiful patented fill. Well, I would expose and show you what's inside.
There was that guy who called your pillows lumpy.
Yeah. My lawyer, I said, what a jerk. He attacks my pillow and my employees, I think I called him a few names I probably shouldn't have said. But they leaked that out of the deposition. That's supposed to be private, right? They leaked that out. And then
they leaked it to make you look bad, but it was the best thing ever. Yeah. I thought it was so funny.
You know what the lawyer says to me? Then he goes, and this case is still going on. He goes, well, the judge is going to see this. I go, well, good for her. I got a big problem with Judge Wang out of Colorado, and I do got a big problem with her. You know what that judge did? Here's what she did. This lawsuit started in the summer of 22. So it's so frivolous. What I did is we put in for to get it dismissed, a dismissal. Well, that's like if I put a lawsuit against you, or if anybody did it, that's your first line of defense is, hey, I wasn't at that. It's not even me. You put in for a dismissal. Well, this Judge Wang decided, you know what? I'm not going to rule on the dismissal. You go ahead and pay for discovery and everything else and move this forward. If I didn't have the resources, if somebody off the street, if a judge did that to them and they were completely innocent and they did that and said, you go spend all this money on lawyers and all this garbage, it was wrong. So this was 9 months later when I was in that deposition, and I let that Judge Wang have it. I said, you know what? You either rule. I don't care if you rule against me. You don't change our country and, change our country and set a precedence where every judge can go, oh, we're not going to do it. I'm not going to rule on the dismissal. You go into discovery. Mm-hmm. I had it with her. You know what? I went on my show that night and I just ripped her up one side and down the other. But she ruled the next day. She ruled against me on the dismissal. But at least she made a ruling. That's all I asked of her.